This is Dr. Leslie Birkland, and I am here with Mr. Nicholas Brighter, and we have a great show for you today. We are going to talk about intentions in your life, intention, how it pertains to pretty much everything. And so, what do you think about intentions, Nick? Just all of our intentions.
Well, I think intention's a very important topic, especially as it relates to vibration and the idea of karma.
Aha. So karma. Now, I know that there's karma versus, or not versus, but karma and Dharma. And now I probably have this all wrong, but I always think of Dharma as more of like a lifestyle, that you live this lifestyle where you're economical and it's very strict, and that you're truthful, and cleanliness is a big deal. Intention has something to do with it. But from a karmic standpoint, how would you describe intention? What exactly does it mean?
Okay. I'm have to think about how to pull those apart into different.
I'm sorry.
Are you asking
question? Sorry.
Are you asking the difference between karma and Dharma, and then how intention relates to them?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So, if I was going to answer that question, I would say, a lot of people are confused by Dharma because it's a similar word to karma, and Dharma essentially boils down to your purpose. And you could say lifestyle is related to Dharma in that it kind of does relate to what is your lifestyle and how it relates to facilitating your purpose.
Oh, okay.
So, lifestyle could be an answer for that. I think purpose is what most people would probably take from Dharma.
Okay.
And your lifestyle is a component of your purpose.
So with intention in regards to just life, or in
right.
Karma.
The second part of the question, intention. So intention is because I know this is the intention episode, I'm going to try to stick to intention in regards to karma, because intention would be a big topic in regards to karma and Dharma. And that, Dharma is separate from karma. So one's purpose so Dharma's purpose, and karma is the idea of cause and effect, essentially. So, and how does intention relate to karma? Your intention plays a large part in your karma, in that your intention, if you do a certain action, the energy that you get back changes very much depending on your intention that you put in for the action. So you can have the same action, but in two different intentions, and the energy that you'll get back will be completely different from each other, even with the same action. So I would say intention's a very important component of karma to make sure that you're having the right intentions.
That makes sense to me, because I know a lot of people personally that do the good deeds. I'm just going to do some good deeds. I'm going to make a list of all these wonderful things. I'm going to be a giver. And then they don't seem to be getting back everything that, it's like, wait a minute, karma isn't boomeranging back all these wonderful things to me. But I think what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is this the intention behind your action is just as important or more important than the actual good deed.
So I think to go on what you were saying there, for a person, let's say they're, for our audience members, one of them is they're a giver, they're always giving, and they don't feel like they're getting back what they deserve. Now, oddly enough, the feeling that they're not getting back what they deserve reveals something about their intention of their giving, and actually is essentially the reason why. I would say. Now, like, we could sort of break down exactly what the various intentions that could be leading to that, but the short version is that the expectation that they're not getting what they deserve reveals something about their intention of why they're giving in the first place, and they're going to get back that same energy.
I see. That makes actually perfect sense to me.
So,
Yeah, I understand.
one way of kind of another perspective on that would be when a person's putting in effort to be extra generous, consider that if your generosity is truly wanted or merely being accepted. So, for example, when you do a favor for something, another person might think to themselves, I'm not going to complain about this. I'll just take, the favor they're giving me, but that they essentially don't really want it. And consider that the energy that you're going to get back is going to be unwanted. You're not going to want the energy you're giving back because you're giving, but what you're giving is not really wanted. So make sure when you're giving that you're doing it with the simple way to fix this problem is when you're giving, don't have any expectation.
Excellent.
Don't expect anything in return. Do it
don't
because
be tallying. Don't
tally. Don't be tallying. Do it because it's what you want to do.
Okay.
Do it because it's your purpose.
That does make perfect sense to me. So there's this expression.
Don't be tallying. I like that. Don't be tallying.
Don't tally me banana.
Don't be tallying me banana.
I have friends that tally. They tally, well, I've done this and that and the other thing, and why are all these wonderful things coming back to me? And it's because their purpose is just simply to tally. And so they're not getting back, especially like what you're saying, because it wasn't even wanted. It wasn't even wanted. So their good deed isn't necessarily even a good deed at all. So because their intention wasn't, based on compassion, or it wasn't based on the person really, having a need. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this expression that I hear quite often. I think my grandma used to always say it, like, what you reap, you sow, or what you give, you'll get back, or what. There's so many expressions like that. How does that fit into intention?
So you reap what you sow is essentially, it's a westernized version of karma, the idea of karma. It's the same thing. It's the cause and effect. And so when you're planting the seeds, when you're sowing, make sure you're sowing that in a way that's something that you would want. So in other words, what you give to people, give them something that you would want them to give you. So if you feel that you're not respected enough, give respect.
Oh, so maybe I said that backwards.
If you feel you're not, you don't have the wealth you deserve, help other people become wealthy.
I like it. I think I said it backwards. I think it's what you sow, you reap.
I think it goes both. I think you can say either one. I off the top of my head, I don't know which one's the biblical.
Okay, I think it's what you sow, like what you sow, you reap.
You can say it either way, though. You can say you reap what you sow, or you can say what you sow, you reap.
So let's say you have some intentions that you think are good intentions. Like, I mean, you're like, I'm going to go give to this charity group and do this and that. But that's what you think your intentions are, but really it's because you want some accolades. You want to tell people that, I help the homeless, or I do this and that. Is there a time where it alters, where you're actually just simply, your intentions are purely from a compassionate standpoint? I mean, can it evolve?
Oh, can
your intentions evolve, I guess is what I'm asking.
So the short answer to that is yes.
Okay.
There is, with karma and, with sowing and reaping, there's always a delay. The delay sometimes is not that long, but there's some delay usually. And so when you're starting something with a specific intention, it might be the wrong intention. And the energy that you're going to eventually be getting back is energy that's whatever that wrong energy is, probably something you don't want in your life. But maybe along the way, your intention changes to something positive. I think this is what you're getting into.
Yes.
The question you're asking. And will that change because you started with a different energy? Well, you started with a different intention, I mean. Does that change the energy that you're going to get back in? Yes, it does.
Excellent.
But remember that there's a slight delay. So don't necessarily expect instantaneous results, but the short answer is yes.
Okay.
You can change your intention, and changing your intention will change what you're going to get back.
Well, Nick, thank you so much. You've really opened my eyes to intention. I'm going to sort of be more mindful of my intentions.
And one last thing, to quote someone I consider an expert on karma. A lot of people know him, Deepak Chopra.
Yeah.
And I'm paraphrasing here. All karmic debt in the universe must be paid.
That is actually amazing. But what if all your karma is good, so you get paid back with goodness, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, remember that intention's a big part of that. So, what's your intention when you're doing that? When you're doing that goodness, and what I would like to recommend is give others what you want.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, that is just a perfect ending to the show. I just appreciate it. And I've learned so much. Nick, till next time. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.